Cheer. Cheer. So when you dropping, kid. Mouse. Yeah. Y'all already know what time it is. See, here in the Midwest, we work hard for everything we gotta do, you know what I'm saying? We don't live by one motto, you heard? Man, if you don't grind, then you don't shine, then what the fuck you signed up for? If you don't grind, then you don't shine, then what the fuck you signed up for? You mad at me for? Old nigga, everything was plus moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. They say you don't grind, then you don't shine, then what the fuck you signed up for? If you don't grind, then you don't shine, then what the fuck you signed up for? What you mad at me for? Old nigga, everything was plus moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. Mouse, I ain't trying to be no king, nigga. I just wanna see my ends all the way to the end with a couple M's that defines M. About time clock work, if we keep the burn. Us sure niggas to the seat to learn. I think it's my turn to get know that time waits, but no space. So I feel forward to get my cheesecake. I got a taste for the good life, and it's about time I eat it up dinner plate. And I'm half baked. What the fuck you mean to move a half pound? If you can shake it when I'm on the clock, I got the time to waste to keep it face forward. My mind frame is you don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you sign up for? Couple bad hoes up in Chicago, tore down shorts up in Ohio, and I'm like no other MC for the Indianapolis. When I'm attacking this beat, put it on repeat for 2013. When you see me low, I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. I said I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You mad at me for? Old nigga, everything was plus moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. They say you don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? What you mad at me for? Old nigga, everything was plus moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. Now I set it out for my city. Now everybody wanna set trends. I come from the Lost and Found section in the Midwest, Naptown, now reppin'. I guess I put the pressure on these players. Now they got my juices flowing. Locked in the fender, I'm Bruce Bowen. After that, keep that shit been pouring. I be cheapin' like the Minions in Cleveland. I don't mean smoke, but I do of me being a CEO of my business. And while the competition still fishing, I'ma go clockwork these streets. Talking quarter, halves, elbow, boom stack, my cheese. So bitch to be, ya bitch. I don't give handouts, ya bitch. I just at work, everybody gonna clock in, even in the street, ya bitch. Long as my flow is ridiculous, every 2 days I'm flipping. Shouts out to the haters in Dallas, it ain't your time. When I'm on the grind, know that I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. I said I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You mad at me for? Old nigga, everything was plus moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. They say you don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? What you mad at me for? Old nigga, everything was plus moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. Mouse, face forward. What's up, 2013? Cheer. Clockwork these beats, clockwork these streets. Hey, one with me, this motherfucker. Clockwork these beats. Mouse.
Clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. I said I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G.
Yo. It's comedian Jay Scott, man. It's Friday. TGIF, mother suckers, was good. It's I'm a Bully Radio. what you see right there. You see right there. There's I'm a Bully Radio. Friday night, man. I'm just gonna go right in. Hope everybody has had a productive week. Hope you're being cautious this weekend, as you always should be every weekend. Shit just keeps getting hot out here, man. Shit's getting super hot out here. It's getting super hot. Okay. It's getting super hot out here, man. And I ain't just talking about the weather. Like it's one thing after the next with this, man. You understand? So tonight, what I'm gonna do is let me get the title. Let me show you what the title is tonight. Main show topic is getting super hot. Okay. Hold on. It's getting super hot out here, man. And I ain't just talking about the weather. Like, that was an accident. It's one thing after the next with this, man. You understand? So tonight, hold on. Tonight, what I'm gonna do is let me get. As you see me keep looking and keeping my head on the swivel, man, it's because the title is tonight. Main show topic. It's getting super hot. Okay. Hold on. It's getting super hot out here, man. Too much going on. I'm looking around, man, because it looks like it's about to get it in out here with the weather. So, hopefully this will not slow something down. Hopefully this will not slow anything down. So you see episode 10. This is episode 10. Why they don't want you listening to Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. Okay. So that's the main topic. And I'm going to get into that. I'm going to go through some current events right now that I see that's going on right now. And then, that's how I'm going to do it. Hold on, let me try to make sure I can get my comments from Facebook. Yeah, drop comments, man. Hit the like button, man. Share this ish right here as I get myself all the way situated. Hold on. I'm down here in San Antonio, Texas. Hold on. If you're on Facebook, man, it's comedian J Scott. Right now, I'm on all platforms except for Instagram. But I am right now. I'm on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, comedian J Scott. I'm on Periscope. I'm on my members page. So let's get it in. So today, what I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna come with some current events, man, that I've been seeing going on out here, and then I'm gonna go right into the topic. So let me go ahead and start this off. So what you see right here, let me see, y'all. All right, here we go. So I was looking at some of the things going on, and like I said, man, drop the like, hit the like button, man, share this ish. So what I was looking at, man, there's a lot of people, a lot of kids that are not in school yet. They are have not began school, but a lot of them have been doing online things so far. Okay, so I saw a story in Michigan, and this right here. So in Michigan, they put a young juvenile in detention because the girl did not finish her homework. And I want to show this because I want y'all to understand that, you know what I mean? Like places like Michigan, the Midwest, these are stomping grounds for this supremacy, man. It's white supremacy. Majority of the militias are in the Midwest. And so go look this story up, man. This happened for real. 15-year-old girl didn't finish her judge, put her in the juvenile detention facility. What y'all think about that, man? This is a real story. This is real. No one is really making a big deal about this. No one is really kind of talking about it. But you know, these are things that we have to pay attention to because it can happen to your kid. And once it happens to your kid, you're gonna want everybody and their mama to stop what they doing to help you. You understand? So let's understand that we have to be prepared out here for anything. Okay. Let me keep pushing. So in Chicago, the police chief took over. He wasn't even there for like a whole day, a whole week. They talking about he died from suicide. Now, see, you gotta watch it, man. When they start talking about black people dying from suicide and overdoses of drugs, you see what you? Oh my bad. You see what I put right there? What do he know? What do he know? What do he know? What do he see? What do he see? What do he know? What do he know? What do he know? Somebody tell me, what did he know, man? This black man wasn't even there for a week. He wasn't even there for like 48 hours. What did he know? What did he know, man? What in the F did he know? Okay, so let me play some of this. This is the conference that they had, press conference, uh, um, when this happened to this officer or for this chief. Okay, so Chicago is one of the most corrupt cities in America. You know, let's not let astray from that. And
with you today,
we got to pay attention, man.
the loss of a respected member of our command staff, suicide. I, along with the entire Chicago Police Department, grieve the loss of Deputy Chief Dion Boyd, a respected command staff member and 30-year veteran of the department. There's really no way to convey or express the magnitude of this loss. We are shocked, saddened with the loss, and it's deeply felt by me and the many colleagues and friends with whom Deputy Chief Dion Boyd worked and mentored throughout his career. Many lives will be forever changed from this moment on, and Deputy Chief Boyd's presence will be greatly missed. I ask you to keep his family and friends in your thoughts and prayers. The job of a Chicago police officer is not easy, particularly in a time where there is intensified stress. Everyday life can seem insurmountable at times for anyone.
All right, they're not going. I just want to play a little bit of that. They're not going to get to the bottom of that. You understand what I'm saying? They're not going to get to the bottom of that. Police chief supposedly kills himself from suicide. Chicago is one of the notorious, most corrupt cities in America. And my question is, what did he know? What did he see? You know what I mean? So who's gonna do the PI investigation on him? You know, who's gonna bring his story to light? Who's gonna go and try to blow the whistle on that? Okay, the man wasn't even there like 48 hours, man. I don't even think he was there like 24 hours. And then all of a sudden he's committed suicide. Man, hit the like button, share this, man. Let me keep it pushing. So next thing I want to show is, have you seen the Jeffrey Epstein documentary they got out here on this Netflix? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? It may not give you a lot, but it gives you enough. All right. And so one of the things that's getting ready to pop off on this case is his alleged girlfriend, this lady right here, they getting ready to come out with these documents, man. They getting ready to release these documents. And so I wonder how deep they gonna go with this, man. I wonder how deep they're gonna go with this, because it's deep, man. You gotta understand. Jeff Epstein knew everybody. He knew some of the people that don't even like Trump. You know, he knew people. He knew people that knew people. He knew people in high places. Okay, the other guy right here, this is a politician, man. This is a politician right here. He got on TV. He got on live TV. Man, he's a matter of fact, he's in Britain, I believe. He got on live television and said he didn't even know her. Said he didn't even know who she was, which was a lie. You see them with a picture right here. You see his hand is holding her waist right there. Look at that, man. His hand's holding her waist right there. So be on the lookout, man. Be on the lookout, man. You know, Ellen DeGeneres just caught a discriminatory case on some racist shit. You know, allegedly all these people have ankle monitors on. Allegedly, there's like over 150 indictments that they possibly are getting ready to put out there. Okay, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. You know what I'm saying? I had put Tyler Perry up in here. Tyler Perry said he ain't for taking money from the police, and I get it. He had to do that. He had to do that. You know, he had to do that. He's got best interest and some of this stuff, man. So he's got to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, share this, man. Hit the like button, share this, man. Drop a comment. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all may see, what y'all may feel. Also, man, I didn't really know this. Maybe a woman can tell me. Baby powder. Baby powder. Baby powder causes ovarian cancer. Nigga, I done missed all that. Baby powder causes ovarian cancer. Johnson & Johnson failed to notify users of the cancer risk. Juries have awarded more than $4.67 billion to victims. Who knew that? Who knew that? I didn't know that shit. Who knew that shit? Did you know that? Man, I used to see females put baby powder all in their drawers to keep they yay fresh. It gives you ovarian cancer now? Has it been that risk? I need a woman to talk to me. So a woman, let me know, man. Let me know. Did you know this? Did y'all know this? Somebody black, somebody white, somebody chop it up. Let me know, man. Did you know this? I didn't know this. Hit the like button, man. Share this, man. I'm going down, looking down the news like, yo, I remember females always putting the baby powder around that area, around that little booty area, you know what I'm saying, to keep it fresh. Apparently, it freshens it up enough to give you ovarian cancer. What in the fuck? Okay. Keep it pushing. So, Georgia school district opens this week with no mask mandate, prompt debate. The risk is real. Hell yeah, the risk is real, man. The risk is all the way real, man. The risk is all the way real, man. Are you serious? The risk is real. Hit the like button, share this, man. The risk is all the way real. Okay? And I still believe that they don't really know what they doing. They don't know what they're doing, man. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? They don't have it all the way concrete. And I mean, nothing's gonna be concrete in a pandemic. But yo, some gotta be better than this. I mean, if you look at what they talking about doing in some of these schools, man, it's like I don't see how it's gonna work. You got these kids having to wear a mask, but if you understand some of these kids, man, and their situation, cleanliness is not part of the program with a lot of these kids, man. And that comes from the parenting or lack thereof. So it's real in the field, man. It is all the way real. You know, if you got your kid in homeschool them little Negroes, man. Homeschool them, man. I'm comfortable tonight, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I got my shorts on, man. Got my sandals, my feet exposed. So as you know, man, John Lewis passed away. You know, It was somebody who was getting his ass beat all up and down Selma. He was getting his ass beat. He was part of that baby boomer generation that is, likes to take credit for everything and ain't really done nothing. Like to get smacked around, never called out white supremacy. So, that's something that, what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm kind of torn in between the fence, but what got me to say something about this was that you had these speeches. All right, you had speeches from Obama, you had speeches from Clinton, Bill Clinton, you had a speech from George W. And so what I wanted to show you, man, was what some of this, just from what Bill Clinton said. Bill Clinton snuck in some off code shit. He snuck in some off code shit. He really spoke his mind. And Bill Clinton, man, he I know he getting up there in age, man. But Bill Clinton he looking more and more off by the day. He ain't really looking too good. But let me get you, let me, because I put this right here, John Lewis versus Stokely Carmichael, man. Let me get you to understand what Bill Clinton was trying to say.
To hang on to a position, because if you do them, you won't be who you are anymore. And I say there were 2 or 3 years there where the movement went a little bit too far towards Stokely, but in the end, John Lewis prevailed.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I'm gonna run this back, man. I'm gonna run this back. See if I can run this back.
It's the leadership of SNCC to Stokely Carmichael. Because he said, it was a pretty good job for a guy that young and come from Troy, Alabama. It must have been painful to lose, but he showed as a young man, there are some things that you cannot do to hang on to a position, because if you do them, you won't be who you are anymore. And I say there were 2 or 3 years there where the movement went a little bit too far towards Stokely, but
now 2 or 3 years to the movement of Stokely Carmichael. Do you know what movement he was talking about? Do you know what movement he was talking about? Let me play you a little bit of the movement he was talking about. Let me play you just a little bit of the movement he was talking about, okay? Let me just give you a little sniblet of what the movement he was talking about.
See, unlike America would have us believe, the greatest problem confronting this country today is not pollution and bad breath.
That's H. Rap Brown.
It's black people. It's black people. See, that's just one of the big lies that America tells you and that you go for because you chumps. You go for it. One of the lies that we tell ourselves is that we are making progress. But here his chair is empty. We're not making progress. We tend to equate progress with concessions. We can no longer make that mistake. You see, when they gave us that nigger astronaut, you say we were making progress, but I told you they were going to lose him in space. He didn't get that far.
Look at all these people, man. Look at all these people.
You put Adam Powell in office and you couldn't keep him. What you think they're going to do with Thurgood Marshall when they get tired of him? They gave you Walter Washington of Washington, D.C., and you said we were making progress. That's not progress. See, it's no in between. You're either free or you're a slave. There's no such thing as second-class citizenship.
It's facts. This ain't even who Clinton was talking about, though. This ain't even who Clinton was talking about, though.
A lot of you running around talking about you Democrats, and the Democrats got you in the biggest trick going. They tell you it ain't our fault. It's the Dixiecrats. No such thing as a Dixiecrat. The only difference between George Wallace and Lyndon Johnson is one of them's wife got cancer.
Facts. Y'all hear this?
That's the only difference.
Y'all can go look this up. Go look this up while they still got it on the
You go
internet.
for it because you chumps.
Go look
You
at
go
it.
for it. The only thing.
Let me play some of the Stokely Carmichael. And if you don't know, Stokely Carmichael is the person that now his name changed. You
We
know, he
have
changed his
to
name,
recognize who our major enemy is. The
but he's the
major
one that
enemy
coined the
is not
term Black
your
Power.
brother, flesh of your flesh and blood
Shit,
of
my
your
bad.
blood. The major enemy is the hunky and his institutions of racism. That's the major enemy. That is the major enemy.
I know y'all saying, Jay,
And
here
whenever
you go with that
anybody
black shit,
prepares
nigga.
for
Yeah, here I go with
revolutionary
that black
warfare,
shit. Nigga.
you concentrate on the major enemy. We're not strong enough to fight each other and also fight him. We will not fight each other today. We will not fight each other. There will be no fights in the black community among black people. There will just be people who will be off. There will be no fights. There will be no destruction. We are going to be united. We must begin to develop, number one, and this is the most important thing we can do as a people. We must first develop an undying love for our people. Our people.
Y'all hear this, man?
Our people.
That's what I'm saying. This was like in the 60s, man. This was in the 60s right here. This is in the 60s, man.
We must develop an undying love as is personified in Brother Huey P. Newton.
Now, you know what I'm saying? This brother had tangibles. This brother had codes. He had a vision, man. He had blueprints. He had something that we can actually look up and find and apply today. What did John Lewis do? Like, other than these I mean, nothing, man. Other than getting smacked around, man. What did he do? What did he do? And they really propping him up right now because they want you to be an obedient Negro. They want you to be a servant, obedient Negro, and they want to prop you up to try to get you ready to go vote. That's what they want to do. They want to use this. So, and you got to understand, right now, both parties are using different tactics to try to get people to come out and vote, man. All right. Trump was already saying, hey, man, yeah, hey, y'all can't even, we might not even have no voting this year because they're talking about having people mail it in. Like, I don't know, but I don't trust none of that, man. I don't trust that, man. Plus, I'm not voting personally. I'm not voting because there's no agenda, man. There's no agenda that black people are presenting to these politicians. And black people keep using this, well, I'm just going to vote because my daddy told me and my grandmother told me to vote. But you ain't voting. You giving your vote away. Let me keep it moving. So I came across this video, man. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, man. Share this ish. I came across this video, and this is what's getting ready to start tying into tonight's topic, which is at the bottom right here, which is, you know, why they don't want you to listen to Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. All right. So this is actually, you see this dude right here? This dude right here. He's holding up a Black Lives Matter sign. All right. It's a white dude. All right. He's in Arkansas. Let's see how it is when this is happening. Let's check this out. Just check it out. Let's just check it out. This is Harrison, Arkansas.
Harrison, Arkansas is the most racist town in the United States.
I wouldn't say after dark, man.
Honestly, dude, you have balls of steel because you could get hospitalized by some guys that want to beat your ass.
I've had several old men come by here, look out the window and tell me, says, you better go tell that nigger to get out of here and shit.
Do you see this?
About 10 minutes, I'm going to be back. You better be fucking gone.
Okay, come back.
White man. We matter too. You're a white man. Wait.
You dumb shit.
Are you a Marxist?
Communist. Domestic terrorist.
Why don't you take it to Chicago or New York and open up for the chicken?
Explain to me why I couldn't find that.
No, they don't. Do a real fucking job.
I'm Jesus.
You guys got a pound. That shit don't make shit here.
Hey, all lives matter, not just black. You're a Caucasian.
You're a Caucasian.
You're white. You look like a white guy holding a black matter. What you say with that?
I'm just saying, you're a white boy. Here, that's 50.
You're white, aren't you? Oh, boy. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Hey, you said something, dude?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Because I'm tired of seeing this right here is the biggest hoax there ever was.
it's just the next thing to ask.
It is.
Yeah, black lives do matter, but what about ours, man?
Apparently, black people's lives matter more than us.
Apparently.
You know, the Irish have.
The niggers gonna kill you too. Black lives don't matter.
Hey, Mike. How's your day going? Walmart, they put out this statement.
Do you see this?
You to leave. Exactly what I'm saying is exactly what they would ask me to do.
Do you see this? Ignore the haters. You're being peaceful. What you're doing is good. Just a friendly reminder. Don't give up hope. And they had to go slide that to them. They had to go slide that to him. See, man, don't get this twisted, man. Just because you see Black Lives Matter and you think that is good, man, I'm with the principle of what the name of it is, but I'm not with the organization, man. I'm sorry, I can't do it. You see now Black Lives Matter is being used as a term. It's a cold term now. It's a cold term now. It's cold, man. It's a cold term. All right. So y'all gotta be careful out here, man. That was a white dude. That was a white dude with a Black Lives Matter sign, and this is how he was getting treated out there in Arkansas. I mean, I got my gold on tonight, man. Hit the like button, man. I like to stay gold up, man. I like gold. All right, I'm a gold. I like gold, man. I'm sorry, I can't. I think gold is power. You know, I like it. Moving on. So you know what I mean. Let me also show what's going on with 45. You know what I'm saying? He's about to be generous. He's about to be generous. He's about to be generous with these stimulus checks. They talking about cutting another. They talking about cutting some more money. And this is the term he used, generous. He said, what did he say? He said, President Trump said Wednesday he want the next coronavirus relief package to be very generous with direct stimulus payments to Americans that are potentially more than $1,200. I mean, you know, I don't know, man. I'm gonna tell you this, that this right here, if you generous with that, man, you need to go ahead and become generous with them reparations, man. Drop them reparations, bruh. Drop it. Where them reparations? If y'all can cut this money so easy, and then this is supposed to be a stimulus to businesses and all that, but the businesses that are getting them or the ones already with the money, who we fooling, man? Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with the people. But I know if y'all gonna cut that check, be generous and cut that reparations check, man. Cut that reparations check. Cut that reparations check. Because I'm gonna tell you, this right here is this is what's gonna happen right here. This is what black people gonna start saying after a while when if these deaths don't start stopping from black people, if the police don't start stop killing us in the streets and we ain't getting this justice and them checks, I'm gonna tell you what black people what the universal black song gonna be. Can I share that with you? Let me share that with you. This is what the universal song gonna be right here. Right here.
Try Jesus, not me, 'cause I throw hands. Try Jesus, please don't try me, because I'm fine. I know what he said about getting slapped, but if you touch me or mine, we gon' have to scrap.
And John Lewis wasn't doing that. John Lewis was getting smacked.
Please don't try me.
And talking about let's pray about it.
Because I'm fine.
So I'm gonna play out that, man. John Lewis is gonna be talking about praying about this right here, talking about try Jesus, but don't try me. They hit the like button, man. Share this shit, man. All right, let's get into it. So last week I played this clip, man, that had to do with part of the Nick Cannon clapback, and you had this show called The Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne the Fraud and this dude named Andrew Schultz, who was a comedian, I guess, whatever. He's damn near, now he's a white supremacist. But let me just play some of what they were saying about Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, because Frances Cress Welsing, the good doctor, she came up in the discussion of Nick Cannon's class when he was talking to Professor Griff. All right. Dr. Cress Welsing is a goddess. All right. A master teacher. She passed and transitioned in 2016. Go look her up. Go get the ISIS papers. That's one of the best books that is a blueprint for the black culture. All right. So let me just play some of this disrespect that they was playing, and then we're gonna go right into the Queen, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. So let me just play a little bit.
I do want to talk about Nick Cannon, because I think this all goes into the conversation. I don't think we don't have to rehash exactly what happened this week, right? Like,
I think people know what's going on. I mean, very quickly we could just say that he was fired from MTV, CBS for making
CBS Viacom.
Sorry, CBS Viacom for making anti-Semitic statements. Not for the racist statements, just for the anti-Semitic ones.
Well,
which I thought was really funny.
Here's the thing about the racist statements, right? Yeah. I will never chalk up. First of all, I don't think people are inherently evil. Black people, white people. I don't think nobody is born inherently evil.
You can't believe in God and believe people are born evil.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe somebody's lack of melanin makes them
less
any more evil, any more savage. Now, if you want to have a conversation about, the massive racial violence that white people have done in America, that's definitely a conversation.
So here's where Nick fucked up, and it's really because Nick is regurgitating talking points and not synthesizing his own ideas. Right?
Talk to me. I agree with you.
And so he's regurgitating talking points. I forget the name of the woman who wrote the book, Frances Clearly West or something like that. I think
he being disrespectful.
I think is the name of the book, but like she makes a lot of crazy statements in it, using like pseudoscience. One being that like white people invented homosexuality in the black community to keep the numbers down, and like a lot of just other like nonsense shit. Right?
A bunch of stuff you can't prove.
A bunch of stuff you can't. And one of the things Nick said is
Charlemagne the Fraud.
White people are deficient of melanin. It forced them to leave Africa and live in these harsh environments, and the harsh environments and the fact that they weren't built because they were, as he says, less than. It created them or made them be savages, made white people become savages, and then they did all this savage shit, right? So it's pseudoscience used to justify something, and here's why it's fucked up. And I got to credit my boy Robbie for saying this. He put something really interesting.
Who's Robbie?
He goes, if he was to just say, if Nick Cannon was just to say, hey, listen, for years, white people have called.
Well, that's not what he did, Schultz. Okay? It's not what he did. And if you saw any of this interview, man, he did not say anything anti-Semitic. Now, what I want to do is, you heard what he said, right? You heard what he said. He murdered her name. All right. Tore her name up. Okay. Tore her name up. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play two things from Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. I'm gonna play a lecture that I found that was current, and then I'm gonna go and play the interview she was on the Phil Donahue show. You watch any of these shows, they still have from Phil Donahue. Phil Donahue ended up getting canceled because he was putting too much realness on his show. And she was one of the real ones. Okay, now she debated people. You know, she was a doctor, man. She was very deep, man, when it came to understanding how white supremacy worked. And then she describes and she talked on how things like this affect us even to this day when it comes to the psyche of black people. Okay, so let me just get the teacher to talk again, man. This is comedian Jay Scott, man. This is I'm a Bully Radio. Hit the like button, share this issue, man.
If the people extended their hospitality to sexual relations and the men waited around 9 months for their boats to get repaired, they realized that all of the people were not only colored, but all of the babies that came about would be colored babies, President Obama being an example. So I maintain they didn't have to have a big conference hall, big church, but they realized if everybody is colored and everybody is genetically dominant, unless we control all of these people, these men might get in boats.
Facts.
And start going from south to north. And maybe at that time they were even aware that the white women said their ideal mate was tall and dark. So they realized, I maintain at that point,
Speak to me.
that white could disappear. That white could disappear on this planet unless they control. And we all grow up learning. Black people learn this before they learn how to read. If you are black, what class? Get back. If you are brown, stick around. If you're yellow, you're mellow. And if you're white, you're all right. Now I can say this in London, England, and the audience knows if you're black, get back, brown, stick around, yellow, mellow. Wherever white people have been where there are colored people, if they stayed around to make a color mix, that people start learning this. But most people don't understand, you just learn. Growing up, if you're black, get back, brown, sit around, yellow, brown. This is the color code for white genetic survival. The more color you have, the greater your genetic potential to cause white genetic annihilation. Are you following me? So we're taking the mystery out of all of this. But beyond that, see, all over this country, we are looking at a certain dynamic taking place. And I basically say we are on a genocide slide. You see that if people, certain people, are fearful of the genetic power of another group of people, then they will try consciously and or subconsciously to destroy those people. It's as though they have been labeled a genetic enemy. And so if you went to the prison, you will see more people at this color end than at this color end. Do you follow what I'm saying? Beyond that, men and women may be equal as human beings. See, the audience got quiet.
Yeah, they're gonna get quiet. I saw him play her right there. Go look her up. Go look that up. Go look that up. Go look that up. The Cress theory of racism. Look that up. The Cress theory of racism. Now, what this all has to do with, man, a lot of this has to do with, in my opinion, has to do with what black men are not doing right. I did an episode last week. This is about what black men are not doing right and what black men are not understanding, that they are trying to genetically get rid of us. And I've been saying this for at least 10 years, man. Man, hit the like button, share this ish right here. Man, this is comedian Jay Scott, man. I'm a Bully Radio, man. We getting ready to try to keep diving and digging a little bit, man. This has to do with what the black man is not doing out here. All right. The black man is not trying to preserve his genetic offspring. He's not trying to raise and keep his genetic pool going. All right. And the reason why I bring this up, man, because you got to understand right now in this country, it's a lot going on. Okay. It's a lot going on. Let me play this. So right here is what I wanted to get to, which was the interview of Dr. Cress Welsing with the Phil Donahue show. Now, I played maybe a little bit of this before a couple shows ago, but I want you all to get the idea. This was like in 1991. All right, hit the like button, man. Share this, man. In 1991 or in the early 90s, she was on the Phil Donahue show, and just listen to. This is mostly to listen to the reaction of the crowd and to see how the mind frame is on what she's saying and how truthful she's saying it. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let me get it. Hold on. Oh, that ain't it. Let me get it back. Hit the like button, man. Share this, man. Drop a comment. Speak to me.
Mixed all of the people presently on the planet, stirred them up.
The white freckle-faced people would be gone.
Genetic recessive status would disappear. And that if I did a survey and everybody didn't have to, face anybody, if I said how many people who are white want their children to be white, want their grandchildren to be white, want their great-grandchildren to be white, want their great-great-grandchildren to be white. And I've gone all over the country in England and asked this question. Yeah. Everybody wants the children and the generations to remain white. Yes. If you do, then you have to do something to make sure that happens. And I say that what the thing is that is done, and particularly in relationship to black non-whites, because we have the greatest genetic potential to cause white genetic annihilation.
Because you're the blackest.
Because we, right.
The most color.
Right. We have this ability to.
You see how Phil Donahue trying to throw salt?
We have more of it than anybody else. And so the most pressure is on black people. As a matter of fact, the black people learn, all non-white people over the world learn. If you're black, stay back. If you're yellow, you're brown, stick around. If you're yellow, mellow, white, right. I can go to England and the people can just say the same thing.
You see how they laughing?
It doesn't matter whether if you go to the Philippines, because there has been a confrontation of brown with white. Everybody knows the more pigment you have, the more pressure that is on you.
Yeah.
But they didn't understand why. I said the why is for the purpose of white genetic survival.
All right. And you're saying that blacks have no similar hidden subconscious anxiety about their blackness being undermined by the presence of white?
We don't have that fear. And I think that this is something that is not understood. You see, in other words, if I don't worry about, as a matter of fact, under white supremacy, the non-white people try to get lighter. You see, because the less pigment you have, the less threat you are to white, and so the greater.
Let me just pause it right there. Let me tell you why this is factual, man. I'm out here in San Antonio, Texas. If you ever been out here to Texas, especially in the South Texas, you see all these Hispanic people out here. And the majority of these Hispanic people claim to be white Hispanics. They claim it on their census. They claim it on tax. Man, look, man. When they get pulled over by the police, they identify as white. I've had a white Hispanic comedian explain to me why he considers himself to be white. What'd you say? What'd you say, Queen? Here we go. What'd you say? This is way too black for him. There's not pro-black. No, there's not, and you know what I mean. Like it is too pro-black. But you know what I mean. Like I said, I'm really directing this towards the black man because the black man needs to listen and study this right here. Okay, the black man needs to study this woman right here. I'm trying to get my book right now. See, they've been really since Nick Cannon, a little bit before that, before she died. She was on Hidden Colors. You could not really order her book, and that's why it was pivotal that you saw this hearing when it came to the CEOs of Amazon, Facebook, Apple, and Google, because they all are in cahoots with each other to not get the information out there. Okay, so you gotta understand that there is a group of people, Hispanic people, that consider themselves to be white, and so anytime you keep going up the color line, the color scheme, the lighter you are, the more acceptable you think that you're going to be. Let's go.
Opportunity that you have.
Yeah. The mass inability of whites to live and attend school in the presence of non-whites, manifested by the patterns of black and white housing and education throughout this country,
Man, hit the like button,
and
man.
indeed
Share
throughout
this.
the world, is seen, according to your thesis, in terms of the color confrontation thesis, as the apparent total psychological discomfort experienced by whites in situations in which they must daily face their color inadequacy when they confront their neighbors of color. You go on.
I predicted. Look, I wrote that in 1970. I said you cannot have integrated housing. You cannot have integrated schools.
You still believe that?
Well, I mean, the evidence. I always look at the evidence.
Look
if
at the
Mr.
evidence.
Black and Mr. White live next door to each other, they have the same job, the same income, the same car, the same furniture. Yeah. They both walk out of the house in the morning. Good morning, Mr. Black. Good morning, Mr. White. Yeah. But Mr. White is still looking, but you've got something that I don't have.
You're saying he's saying that subconsciously.
Right.
Now, wait a minute. All right, we'll give you a chance in just a moment.
She's talking about the black phallus. She's talking about the penis.
Wait a minute.
The black man's genitalia.
Let's look at
They're nice people. You're really going to like them, I promise you. You know, once in a while, you know, a couple of them stop before they come up here, and you got to keep them in.
Let's look at this.
You know, go ahead, look at it.
Very fortunately.
Now, let me just understand this. See, the reason they're groaning is, you know, that's an awful bad rap to take. Let me just arrogantly try and reword what I think you're saying. Now, don't get crazy. Let me say.
Please.
Mr. White is looking at Mr. Black, and he's not consciously saying, don't you dare.
Not consciously.
So it is under him.
Not
it's all subconscious.
I mean, we could go on for 3 hours. Not consciously.
All right. All right.
Okay. I am saying that this behavior is at the subconscious level, and there's a lot of evidence. Yeah. For example, just on Saturday, the New York Times had an article talking about the percentage of people who want a tan. 66%. I have the article if anybody wants to look at it later. 66% of white adults think they look better with a tan. 70% of white adolescents think they look better with a tan. What do white people? Oh, I look so pale. Now, this is not something that Francis Welsing is putting on people. White females even say their ideal mate is who?
Tall, dark, and handsome. Do you understand the subconsciousness? Do you understand what they put out there? Do you understand the games we play? And they talk about this a little bit in here. The games we play, whether it be pool, shooting pool, whether it be darts. You understand? Everything is having to do with subsexual, subconscious, lower level way of thinking. So when you play that, when you playing pool, when you shooting pool, yeah, you shooting pool to try to win the game. But at the end of the day, you knocking different colored balls into a black hole that goes underneath the table. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Come on, keep teaching, Queen. Keep teaching, man. Hit the like button, man. Share this shit right here, man. This is the reason why. They don't want you to listen to Dr. Francis Cress Welsing.
Now, Phil,
wait a minute. Just a minute. That whites do indeed desire to have colored skin can be seen by anyone at the very first signs of spring or summer. when they begin to strip off their clothes as many pieces as the law will allow, often permitting their skins to be burned severely in an attempt to add some color to their white, pale, colorless bodies, rendering themselves vulnerable to the dreaded skin cancer in the process. Most cosmetics also are seen as an attempt to add color to their skins. Such coloring makeup is even now being provided for the white male. Well, guess who has?
And a lot of this makeup has melatonin, melanin in it. That's what
and if you don't mind my saying so, I do. I put it on myself. I don't go to makeup. I have a shine on my nose. I've got to take, but I feel better for a little color. And I've got the whitest skin in the whole neighborhood. I'm telling you, no kidding. I'm not bragging. I'm saying as a matter of fact.
I'm not. This is not my discussion.
Listen to the queen, man.
About making fun of white people. My discussion is trying to explain behavior. People kind of
I value your effort.
Why am I doing this? For example, when I was a very small child, I wanted to understand why black men were lynched. I asked my grandmother and parents, why would this be done? And my grandmother gave a statement. She said something like, well, some people just want to act ugly. But that wasn't sufficient, as a psychiatrist.
May I interrupt for just a moment? Here's the read on that, and I know you want to add to this or make it just a little more complicated. The black male was lynched and often castrated because of the white male fear of the black male's. The myth is the black male's extraordinary sexual capacity.
Say it, Phil.
So he was lynched by frightened white males who feared that if he ever got anywhere near the white women, that somehow the white male would be a sex. Now, you want to add.
And so when it comes to the John Lewis's and the civil rights movement, man, a majority of the reason why the civil rights was able to be passed is to allow black people to interact socially, physically, sexually, and it's really backfiring on them. It's backfiring on them. And what the queen say right here, yeah, melanin is more than gold. Melanin, like this gold I got on, is just the exterior. The interior is melanin. I had to tell somebody earlier, man. And that's the thing, man. Negroes that's out here on this other stuff out here, man. Do you understand how powerful melanin is? Do you understand that they can use your melanin to create life? Look up Henrietta Lacks. Henrietta Lacks still right now doesn't get anything in Black history books right now. Look up Henrietta Lacks, man. Come on. Keep it.
His sexual capacity. What are we talking about? I say that the fear is that the black male can cause white genetic annihilation.
Oh, you hearing what she's saying?
This is why the attack on the genital.
The black male can cause genetic annihilation. Black man, this is why we got to step up to the plate, man. Nigga, this is annihilation. They're trying to annihilate us genetically. And I'm up here arguing with some Negroes talking about your immune system is not a part of your genetic DNA. Nigga, are you kidding me? Yeah, we on the black market. Why you think they harvesting your organs, man? Why you think they putting hits out to harvest your organs instead of you thinking somebody getting shot in a drive-by? How do you know they not harvesting your organs? Man, hit the like button and share this shit, man. Are you serious? Your organs is getting shared, man, because they know more about you than you. They know more about you than you. But come on. Keep going.
So there's no history in the world of any non-white men attacking white men's genitals. But why do white men feel the need to zero in on the black man's genitals and cut them off? Yeah. You see, and a lot of this is played out in symbolic behavior in this culture. For example, the culture says, keep your eye on the ball. Yeah.
You hear what she's saying? That's what this is Americanism right here.
Look at something that
and people laughing. They laughing because the immaturity.
See, look at something that people do not look at. Look at the game of billiards. See, the psychiatrist knows that through games we play out subconscious activity.
Yes, they do.
Okay, now look at this game. Here's a game with colored balls.
Yes.
All over the table.
And guess who gets to shoot the ball?
The white ball knocks all the colored balls under the table.
and often
And
saves the
then
black
the
ones
blackball, right.
till last.
Till last.
Because there's a specialness about the black. Yeah. Let me, Dr. Welsing, let me, now, you're not surprised at the response of
Let me
this
go turn this
audience.
light on, man.
Just
It's getting a little
couple of
dark in
things
here.
here for the sake of
Am I
our
good?
conversation. First of all, we welcome your contribution. That is, for what it's worth, I certainly do. Which does not mean, therefore, that I or this audience necessarily agree with everything you say. But let me tell you what I think is important. I don't think we've asked enough questions about this thing called racism, which has, in my opinion, the capacity to bring us down as a nation, if not, certainly not only here, but in many parts of the world. It is in the American bloodstream, and it's especially manifest here. So good for you trying to figure this out, because it's my, no kidding, it's my opinion, not enough smart people are really speaking to this. We run away from this. Another point you made, you think the token black is an effort to assuage this hidden feeling that we have? Is that, how do you explain?
Well, the token black, I mean, you might say that was under pressure. You see, that you have to, the civil rights movement, you have to include some non-white people. But every effort is made to move around that. Mm-hmm. And I understand, I mean, it's tragic. Mm-hmm. And it's injustice. Yeah. And I'm not just saying here, I'm saying all over this planet, whether we're talking about South Africa. And see, one important example that people do a lot of surface talking about is the Holocaust. See how quiet it is? The Holocaust in Germany was because what? Because the Semites of the Jewish religion were said by the Europeans to be non-white people.
Exactly.
The Holocaust didn't just occur.
So you think that there's
Wait a minute, do you see what I'm saying? If we have denial going on about this, all you have to do is look at what the Nazis are saying today.
Now, see, you hear what she's saying? Where's the, first of all, where's the anti-Semitism, okay? Second thing is that, you know what I mean? She's saying this because she traveled to Germany, all right? She traveled to these places. And in the overall synopsis was that at the end of the day, Hitler wanted to get rid of the Jewish or Jews because they had some close relation to being identified as something with melanin in their bodies. Okay? Let's get that exact, man. All right? Let's go. Come on, hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, man. Appreciate those that's checking in, that's watching this with your boy, man.
And what the Klan is saying today.
So you're saying anti-Semitism has the same root?
If you read Hitler, if you read all the documentation.
Anti-Semitism has pigmentation as it's under
the... do with the Semites. Look at the part of the world that the Semites come out of. I say that the word Semite comes from the Latin prefix semi, meaning half. Yeah. It's a word like mulatto. It means a combination of black African women, Greek and Roman soldiers, and you had that mixture. 2,000 years of continuing mixture in Europe made a lighter group of people.
Okay, can I just...
that were still considered to be non-white.
When you use lighter and, you say recessive, and you use the word recessive gene, I think I know what that means.
This is not my language. This is the language of formal genetics.
That's true. But you equate recessive with inferior. Now, just hang on 1 second. I don't claim to be the first one to bring this to your attention, but aren't you dangerously close to Joseph Mengele with all this stuff?
No.
How about Shockley?
No. Wait a minute. No. What I am trying to do is explain some very, very important behavior on the planet that other people have shied away from dealing with.
Yeah.
You see, and to say that because you talk about it's just like if somebody studied tuberculosis and say, well, are you against the tuberculosis organism? No, you're trying to understand
Well, but you do bring judgments on me. So when you equate recessive with inferior, that's not science, that's judgment.
No, I'm not, that's not what I say. I say that the people who are feeling an absence of color, that they look at themselves in that way. And they have a response to therefore say, if I can get in charge of all these non-white people, then I am going to be superior. So nobody is uncomfortable in the white collective with all the white superiority that goes on every day. Look at television. White. Wait a minute.
But is she lying though? What is she lying though?
All right.
Is she lying though?
My goodness.
Hold one second.
Speak to me. Is she
There are a
lying
couple
though?
of
Hit the
things
like
that you,
button. Is she lying? Is she
listen,
lying though? Share this, man.
There are people out there who say, "Look at all the progress we're making."
And look at the league report.
I am not one of those people. Nevertheless, there are examples of integrated communities. Truly are.
See, the answer is not a question of are there a few black people living where white people live. The issue is that if we are going to have peace on the planet, there has to be justice. And white supremacy, where you have the tiniest number of people on the planet holding down the vast majority of people on the planet, happens to be the highest form of injustice.
Yeah.
And so
Let me get you to understand, people. Let me get you to understand. Globally, the white race or Caucasian race is the minority globally. And I'm involved in every person of color that is the shade of any type of melanin in their bodies. Now, this is what she's talking about. This is something that she's talking about. This is in the early 90s. Okay, she wrote what she wrote in the late 70s, late 60s, the early 70s. Let me just get you to understand that.
So if we are going to have peace, see, I'm not talking about destroying white people. I'm saying, but we do have to eliminate white supremacy. And I say in the back of that paper, the challenge to white behavioral scientists: help people who classify themselves as white become comfortable with their color and comfortable with their minority status, so that they are not feeling negative and then mistreating all of the people that they say are what, non-white.
Right. Are you there, caller? Go ahead.
Yes, I'm here, Phil. Hi. First of all, I'd like to say that I'm white. I can't believe that she's saying that the white people would like to be, I'm assuming she's saying black, not of a darker skin color, but black. I myself am very, very fair-skinned, brunette with green eyes, and I have no desire to be dark.
Why?
Why? I like my color. I was attractive enough that I went to modeling school. I do admit that I do use blush. I do not use blush to, as you say, give myself color. I use it to accent my cheekbones, give myself better appearance.
Do you sunbathe?
No, I don't. And as a matter of fact, I love the beach, and my husband and I, when we've gone to the Bahamas a few times, when we have, I have to wear sunscreen. You know, I don't turn tan. Okay. I get red.
Right.
I grew up on the beach, and I have a minimal tan. But
you see, but I'm asking.
Well, hang on one second.
I want to be clear. Is she saying I want to be dark, but I don't want to be black?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
so you'd like to be a little darker than you are.
Which proves
no,
Francis Cress Welsing even more.
My color.
Well, then why do you put rouge on?
To accent my cheekbones.
Highlight the cheekbones.
But why do you suntan? Because the American Dermatological Society would prefer.
Probably for that reason.
But she goes to the beach.
She does go to the beach.
Well, because I like the water.
Go.
Yeah, she goes to the beach. You go to the beach.
Are you there, caller? Go ahead.
Hey, yo, she went to the beach.
I'm also white, and I'm very comfortable with being white. I think that.
I mean, you don't go to the beach for no damn water. You go to the beach to catch that sun, man. Don't let the trick go into this. Don't let them trick.
It's crazy to think that white people want to be black. You know, we might want to have a little color, but I wouldn't want the features of a black person. And as far as
she does not want the features of a black person.
They want everything but the features.
Hold on.
But wait a minute.
Yeah, in other words, that's racism, but pigmentation isn't?
Well, no, I'm saying that to say I wouldn't want to be, I mean, I can be happy who I am and not say something is negative about the other person.
Well, look, we've got a break here. Is there one of the agonies here is half of this audience does not believe that they're racist.
Well, let me.
I am not a foreman man.
Let me ask.
Man, look at the crowd, man. Look at the crowd, man.
You can't fix it if you don't know you have it.
But wait a minute, I want to ask.
How do you explain what's going on here in this country?
I want to say then, who is? That's like going to Germany. I went to Germany in 1957. And I wanted to live with German people and ask them, did they understand what they were doing?
Yeah.
You know, taking their neighbors away and burning them up. Did they understand what was happening? Everybody that I talked to knew what was going on.
No.
They did nothing. But if you go and say, well, now, who believed what Hitler was saying? Nobody. Everybody says no. You see, every single person says, no,
So
I didn't have anything to do with it.
people who are saying they're not racist, you're accusing them of
No,
not doing
no. I'm not accusing. What I would
Boom.
do is, when if you have to take a break, is give my definition. You see, give my definition of what I say that racism is.
A functional definition of racism, white supremacy, which you identify with white supremacy, is therefore, for all practical purpose, as follows. The behavioral syndrome of individual and collective color inferiority and numerical inadequacy, which includes patterns of thought, speech, and action as seen in members of the white organization or race. And we'll be back in just a moment.
People are racism. Okay, there is a lot of people who do have that in them, but I think the majority of the people like people as they are. And if you're educated...
So what you're getting ready to see right now, this was the first half of the show. The second half was more questions, okay? And just pay attention to the type of questions. See, we got to study and understand this is the type of behavior and mind frame that has always been around. Don't get this shit twisted, man. Don't get this shit twisted as if something has changed within the past 30, 40, 50 years. Ain't nothing changed but the time. Ain't nothing changed but the time. Ain't nothing changed but the time. People are and actually they cranking it up even more. Okay, don't get this misconstrued, man. Okay, it's all about trying to annihilate the black gene.
You're kind to me.
No. All kinds of people. It doesn't have to be your kind, because I can look at a person...
any of it? This thing we call
No, because I live in Colonia, and we have a whole development of black people. Okay, and... Well, wait, no, I
Just
went
listen to what they
school with
saying.
them, okay, and I learned to deal
Because
with
you got a
the
black
that
person
I
that
learned
live
to
in your area, that's okay.
we
I'm not
mixed
racist. I got
in
black
other
people.
words, we weren't different. We
Listen to the rhetoric. Oh, I'm not racist because I have black neighbors. Or I'm not racist because I got a black friend. How many people you hear out here saying that nonsense, man? Still to this day, nigga. Man, hit the like button and share this shit, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me.
We weren't treated different. We weren't treated different, so we were all one kind of
Hold your
person.
thought. You hang on a minute. What's the matter? What?
This study that was done in 69 and 70, I'd like to know what she's done lately to erase and eradicate racism and to
How
improve
do you feel
situations.
about what she's saying?
I don't care for it.
She don't care for
I
it.
want to just say that I feel I am a racist, but every black that calls Whitey a Whitey is also a racist.
No, that ain't how it works. That ain't how it works. Let me
answer that. You see, within a family, people might call each other names, but when we come to the white people on the planet, the majority having organized themselves for white genetic survival, then when a white person can determine what is going to happen to a person of color, that is the difference, because then we're talking about a system of power that can say you can or you can't, or if I want to go back to Germany because people do a lot of talking about the Holocaust.
Boom.
When the Semites were told, put on this yellow star because you're not white and you can't go to the university and you have to live in the ghetto and you are going to be removed from your homes, that is power. It's not just a question of somebody saying, I don't like John, I don't like Betty. When you have the power.
So you got to understand what she's saying, man. And this is what I keep saying, man. Black people, by definition, cannot be racist. Stop saying that, man. We can be bigoted, we can be prejudiced, but we cannot be racist. We have no power behind the words. We cannot stop any other ethnicity from getting loans, from getting jobs, from getting access and resources. We are not in a position to do that collectively. We are in a system where collectively that can be done to us. Hit the like button, man. Share this shit, man.
to make it impossible for people to live a constructive existence, then that's the difference.
What we're trying to figure out is why we want that power to do that to another person in the first place.
I said
and you're saying white people do it to people
for
of
white
color
genetic survivors.
because they feel.
I think it's a matter of economics more than anything else. And if you're a fair person, you're a fair person. And if this
economics
I don't care who is my neighbor, they can afford to be my neighbor. If they are the same economic ability that our family have, then they're fine. They're welcome to be my neighbor.
You see, you hear that?
I'll give you a chance in just a moment.
See, and then they see, and one thing I'm gonna say, man, is throughout the rest of this interview right here, throughout the rest of the interview, they had these commercials and they kept trying to cut her off, and she wasn't able to elaborate and explain further into, you know what I mean, what her you know, her responses to these things. So when you're watching this, man, just continue to watch how they continuously to cut her off and continues to say whatever rhetoric they saying. But when you hear people talking about if you in this economic bracket that you can be my neighbor, that still does not stop you from getting shot, beat up, harassed because of the system you in, man. See, we gotta understand, in order to be able to get some type of liberation and be free, you gotta understand what kind of system you in, man. You gotta understand why they are trying to come and get your melanin. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it.
Everything studied. I mean, figure it out, we study it. Except racism, either whatever scholarship there may be about it, we seem to be running away from, or we're not attracting, I guess, except for some of the big academics to this issue. You wanted to say.
I'd like to know why Jimmy the Greek had to be fired from CBS for his opinions about blacks, and she can come on national TV and give her opinions about white, and she's not
I
going
don't
to
know
be
who Jimmy
fired
the
from her
Greek
job.
is. Who cares?
White people can't talk anymore.
See, that's what I'm saying. These were the type of shows where they were given that conservative platform.
Well, I was just going to, I don't think that you can equate what I'm saying to what he said. I mean, you might, and
Blacks are moving away from their own.
See, I'm not, let me say this, that I'm not surprised that, you know, what I'm saying might upset people. Now, if you just look, all of the studies that people who say they're white do on black people, the black system, studying the black status, studying this, saying this about blacks, and saying, I mean, the literature is just packed.
But from a behavioral standpoint, I do not think
we have to have an explanation. See, that the Cress theory, that's one person's idea. I challenge everybody in the audience to write about white supremacy behavior. What is your idea about it? Put your idea out there so that you can explain this very considerable behavior on the planet.
I'm not sure you're going to get
real.
the majority of the white community.
They're talking about the coronavirus.
The majority of the white community is engaging in
but
it.
wait a minute, let me say this. See, I'm not here complaining about what people who classify themselves as white. I made an analysis. I said that basically I see that people who classify themselves are trying to survive genetically. And I am not saying
she didn't go away from the point.
But I am going to say
she
what
stayed
it
on
is,
point.
And I really advocate that
Hit
non-white
the
people
like
on
button,
the
man.
planet stop expecting for white people to commit genetic suicide.
Genetic suicide. You hear that?
Are you aware that within your own culture you also have racism? In other words, my neighbors moved
man, she
away
looking
from the
bad
blacks
right
who
here,
were
man.
moving
She
in
looking
next
bad.
door to us, and so they wanted
That
to
woman
move
looks
away in order
bad.
to give their children a better education.
That woman look like the
I'm
Hunchback
talking
of Notre
about
Dame,
Jersey City,
nigga.
where I am coming from. And my point is
Yeah,
that
what's
you
your point?
also have racism within your own culture.
What are you saying is the racism?
In other words, blacks do not want to live among blacks. They have their own social order. In other words, if my doctor next
What's
door
the
to me is
racism?
black and he prefers not to live among the culture that's moving in to my neighborhood, this happened. I'm evidence of it. It happened many years ago.
But it shows no power.
Let's say if you address people of Irish descent, if they move because they have a higher income, are you saying they're conducting racism against their own people? I think that you're clouding the issue. I think that you're clouding the issue about black and white.
Over here, please. I want to give you more time, and someday I'll be a czar, and I'll have all the time.
Yes, I do believe that there is a such thing as racism among black people, but I believe it's in response to white racism, as opposed to, black people just wanting to go out and get white folks.
If you jump on my bones enough, I'm soon.
Here, I'm gonna skip this little head right here, okay? Because I just want you to continuously to see the type of reaction she was getting from, you know, mostly white women, okay?
To this paper, I said, now people could have done foot size. You know, I wear 10B, so everybody who has 10B, but people didn't focus on foot size. If they did focus on foot size, some psychiatrists or behavioral scientists would have to come along and raise the critical question, why? But people settled on color. And so as a behavioral scientist, I just put the question in my brain computer and said, why? Why did they settle on color? And what is the significance of color? And let me just throw this out. A few weeks from now is going to be Valentine's Day. And what are the ladies going to want? Chocolate candy.
And you know what? I'm gonna end it right there. I'm gonna end it right there with the goddess queen right there. Go look that interview up. Go look that interview up with Phil Donahue. Okay, now the reason why I showed this tonight, the reason why I wanted to show this tonight was to get people to understand that it is no game when it comes to your melanin. You have this COVID-19 that they have made the face of it to be Black Americans, where in the beginning they made this very European. Okay, go look at the articles and research, man. COVID-19 was going all through European countries, places, even here. But let me break this down even further. The main reason why they don't want you to listen to people like Dr. Cress Welsing, the reason why they don't want you to is because of this right here. Do you understand that white people are having negative birth rates? We're not even going to include the COVID-19 and how it's just getting people out of here. We're not going to even talk about how the COVID-19 is out here. Thanos niggas getting Thanos. Niggas, you see that snap? Niggas getting Thanos out here. Niggas getting Thanos. Oh, almost took my whole shit down. I'm getting too excited. Do you see what I'm saying? By 2045, they're saying white people will be the minority in the United States. There are populated places around this country where white people are having negative birth rates. And man, some black person try to explain to me how white people or black people have been having negative birth rates for years. Man, if you go actually do the study and look up numbers and look up data, it's been happening with black people, I say, within maybe a couple years. Maybe the past couple years, we've been going with that negative birth rate. But do you understand what we facing with black people? Hypertension, blood pressure, nigga, diabetes, cholesterol, nigga, heart disease. Nigga, these are the reasons why we have been getting abortions, and we still keep having babies. Do you understand that? They don't like you because of your melanin. They don't like you because they want to get rid of you because they understand that your penis, your phallus can generationally take out groups of people. Do you understand that? Look at this right here. White people will be the minority in the U.S. It says right here, if you look close, this shows you from the time of now. This ain't just some old shit, okay? The past 20 years, white folks have been getting Thanos out here in some of the most populated places where there's a lot of white people. You see this right here? I don't know if you can really see this right here. This is deaths surpass births among whites in U.S. If you look at this, this is 2.5. This is 2. These are the millions of people. And you see from here, it keeps going down. The deaths keep going down. Or the births keep going down and the deaths keep going up. It says deaths now outnumber births among white people. This is in 2018. Deaths outnumber birth among white people in more than half the United States in the country, signaling what could be a faster than expected transition to a future in which whites are no longer a majority of the American population. Are you listening to me, man? Hit the like button, share the shit, man. The Census Bureau has projected that whites could drop below 50% of the population around 2045, a relatively slow-moving change that has been years in the making. But a new report this week found that whites are dying faster than they are born now in 26 states, up from 17 2 years earlier, man. So they did examine period of 1999 to 2016 using data from the National Center of Health Statistics. Man, don't come to me with no CDC. Don't come to me with no center of the. How can you tell me the population of people and whatever from the center of disease control? Man, stop playing with me, man. Do we understand? And this is actually a demographer at the University of Texas at San Antonio, which used to be UTEP, University of Texas El Paso, but it's the University of Texas San Antonio. But listen to me, man. This is the part of the reason why you see these stories come up where organs have been harvested, people have been shot. There was a guy, and I don't have the article. It was a guy that was in the military that went to prison, and when he went to prison, he was a military big buff dude, and when he got they said he committed suicide. But after the family did an autopsy, the dude was missing like his heart, his brain. Man, they are constantly keep trying to do type of Frankenstein type examinations, experiments on us, man. Go look, as I keep saying, man, go look at the movie Purge. Go look at the last Purge movie. They don't even use the term purge. They use the term experiment. And this is what they continuously keep doing to us, is experiment with us, because they know we have the key to life. They know we have the key to ever existing life, i.e. Henrietta Lacks. Stop playing with me, man. They use Henrietta Lacks' cells right now for stem search research. She died like in the 50s or 60s or something, man. They've been doing research since then. Don't let them play you as if they just start coming across new things within the past 10, 15, 20 years. Man, this has been 30, 40, 50 years in the making, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. Now, black men, I need you to understand. I need you to understand that the black man is, they trying to Thanos us real heavy. And so I came across this article right here that was powerful to me. And go look this article up, man. It was in The Conversation. All right. It was black men face high discrimination and depression even as their education and incomes rise. So for every job we get, for every move we make, for every degree we get, man, we still fall underneath a constant pressure because they're trying to eliminate the black male gene. So you gotta understand, when a black woman has babies by any other ethnicity, yeah, you're still gonna have black in it, but it's gonna look different. It's gonna look a little different. You know what I mean? Look up the Mallory sisters, the sisters. Look them up. Look who they mom. Their mama is jet black. Dad is white as snow. When a black man has a baby with any ethnicity, man, it comes out black, my nigga, blacker than what the black woman is coming out with. You understand what I'm saying? And so it says here, are you highly educated and relatively wealthy black men in the U.S.? Studies that have been done and also those by others show that you are an increased risk of discrimination and depression Our research in the intersection of race and gender in the U.S. shows that while education and income reduce the risk of discrimination and depression for whites and black women, this is not so for black men. This underscores other research we have done that suggests black men are especially singled out as dangerous, threatening, and inferior. Tell me what do we not see this? The first author, Shervin Ashuri, is a physician and an associate professor of family medicine at Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science. Many of his studies have documented that black men still face depression, which could stem from discrimination, even when they achieve traditional measures of success. Man, hit the like button and share this. Do you understand what they're saying? They're saying that even as a black man, you can reach the higher level of success. You're still not getting respect from white society. There's a second author. See, and this is what I'm showing right here. It's the different studies they show, just so people can have evidence, man. So people can have evidence. Go back and look this up. Okay. The first study is in the National Survey of American Life study. Black boys from the wealthiest families were the most depressed. Now, these other part of the article gives you the authors of who came across and did this study. The second study, in the study that followed 1,200 black and white people for 25 years, for black men, the highest educational credentials were associated with an increase rather than decrease in depressive symptoms. So even though we getting that money, even though we getting that education, we still are depressed out here because we don't get the respect from white society and we don't get respect from our black women. Not enough. I'm not going to say we don't get it at all. We don't get enough. We look in the third study, in a nationally representative sample of U.S. adults, black men with the highest income had the highest risk of depression, specifically major depression disorder. We also found that interpersonal discrimination, or people discriminating one-on-one, was not a reason. Study 4. In another study, 700 black adolescents were followed for 2 decades in Flint, Michigan. Okay, you see what I'm saying? They be doing these experiments in the Midwest, especially in Michigan. Perceived racial discrimination was measured in 1992 and 2002. We found discrimination during adolescence was a predictor of depressive symptoms as individuals transition to young adulthood a decade later. But this was the case for black males, not black females. Okay, study 5. In the same study in Flint, we found that an increase in perceived neighborhood fear, defined as being scared of the crime and violence in the neighborhood, was associated with the increase in depressive symptoms of black males, but not black females. You see what I'm saying? So they already are creating, they create these narratives now. And these, in the same article I'm reading, they create these narratives to basically get you to try to think and see that we are animals. Study 6. Our final research was studying implicit bias, or when people without their conscious knowledge hold stereotypes about others, i.e. Francis Cress Welsing. Our study applied data of the implicit association test, which measures how our brain struggles to match black faces with positive terms of nearly 450,000 individuals. We found that white men hold higher implicit bias against black people than white women do. That is facts. This is troubling because white men have the highest level of political power and make up majority of police, judges, lawyers, and people who make hiring and promotion decisions. Black people are not, we can't do that. That is the true definition of supremacy and racism. White men are also most likely to be the ones who write the rules and the laws. Implicit bias is still bias, and it too could be a fear in black men's oppression. Okay. Now, this right here is talking about how black men are singled out. This is how black men's issues are overlooked. And so what I want you to do is, man, read this article. But I also want you to understand, black man, you are powerful. You are very, very powerful. You are gods of the earth, sir. You have more of a bigger responsibility as a melanated man, black man, than you do as any thug, as any street nigga. You have the loyalty to your melanin first. That's why we put this shit in codes. Stop playing with me, man. Hit the like button, share this, man. Share this video. I feel as if, man, I put this in very plain sight tonight. Black men, we got to stop making excuses, and we got to look out for our people. We got to look out for our women. We got to protect our women. We got to protect our kids. They trying to come and get your organs, yo. They trying to come and get your melanin, my nigga. So all this street shit that you on, all this street, I'm a hood nigga, this, and this. Just know, man, they coming to take your melanin, man. They coming to take your melanin. And they gonna start snatching people off the streets here in a minute, because they know that sooner or later there's gonna be another uprising where you have a lot of us that are in a younger age bracket. They about the shit, son. They about that life. And that's why a lot of them are getting shot and killed, because they're the ones that can rise up to this. I'm gonna tell you, the ones that's in the older generation, a lot of these niggas is done, man. They getting Thanos. They getting Thanos. The John Lewises, the Herman Cains, all these other buck dancing ass Negroes, man, that ain't really done nothing but harm black people. And they generation bracket is starting to feel this, man. And that generational bracket is starting to, get out of there. And the young ones have to be the ones to uprise, and we get this thing together. And it starts with the black male, the black man, I should say. Not the black male, the black man. And share this shit, man. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, man. What am I saying that ain't true? What am I saying that ain't true? What am I saying that ain't true? Somebody talk to me. What am I saying that ain't true, man? What I'm saying is very true. What I'm saying is very real. Black man, stop playing games. Black man, get your family. Black man, get your Second Amendment rights. Black man, stop making excuses, nigga. Stop trying to tell me you were this and you're gangster and this, but you ain't banging on the right people. Stop doing this, man. The fall of the hood nigga died when George Floyd supposedly died. That's when that whole hood shit stopped. Because the uprising that went on, and these militias and the Boogaloo boys are in your areas, and none of you niggas is doing nothing about it. None of you niggas is even trying to form a militia. And if you are, man, I salute that. Kudos, man. Get all that shit. That's what's up. But if you ain't doing nothing but partying and bullshitting, man, stop it, man. I can't take you serious, and you're a liability. So tonight, I wanted to show you from the teachings of the goddess, the elder, man, let her soul in her existing rest in ever existing peace. She was someone who gave us the blueprint on what we should be trying to figure out, learn, and continue on when it comes to this white supremacy and how it affects our subconscious, and how it's even on a very sexual level, or even on a level of just symbolism. When you get a angel food cake, the angel food cake is what? White. You get devil's food cake, the color's black. Already, man, they pumping in people's subconscious that being black is associated with evil, when we are associated with God. Hit the like button, share this shit, man. I'm a Bully Radio. I've been your gracious host, comedian Jay Scott. Share this, man. Hit the like button. Get your own groups together, study, share, come with plans. Man, I got codes I've been pumping and trying to get to people. Share these codes. If you want to know about these codes, man, I got codes for the adults and codes for the youngsters. Me and some other brothers and sisters have created this, so I'm not gonna take all the credit for it. But damn it, I'm the one that's pumping this shit real heavy right now. We got it, man. We just gotta tap in and stop playing. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. Man, go to the hashtag. This hashtag right here will bring up anything I got, along with the hashtag I'm a Bully Radio. Share this shit, man. Hit the like button. You understand? And don't ever shy away from the message, man. The message is they trying to come get your melanin. They're trying to cut your manhood off. They trying to do all that because they don't want you to exist no more, black man. And they've been trying for years because they know they getting Thanos, nigga. Their existence is getting Thanos, nigga. Hit the like button, share this shit, man. I'm a Bully Radio. It's another Friday night, man. Murdered this shit, man. Felt good, felt great. Hey, man, that's all I got, man. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good weekend. I'm probably gonna come back on probably next Wednesday because I got something else I want to keep going with. So it's either Wednesdays and Fridays or just Fridays, but either way it goes, I got content that I'm continuously trying to drop. I bring what you see. I bring clips, I bring information, I bring receipts, I bring all this to the table. None of this, what I'm saying, is all emotion. It ain't all emotion. Some of it is, but it ain't all emotion. If you come with facts, you come with an opinion is cool, but if you come with some type of facts, you come with some type of receipts, I can listen to you. But nigga, if you just on here babbling, mayo splaining, nigga splaining, curry splaining, nigga, nah, nigga. Stop playing with me. And that's it, man. Comedian J. Scott, man. I'm a Bully Radio. Home team. Let's get it, man. Appreciate those that checked in with your boy tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got, man. Go back, rewind this, watch this. I know everything I said. Hit the like button. Share this ish, man. Let's go. It's home team, man.
Hey, Mr. Pikes, on in and have a seat.
It's home team.
So, Mr.
Share
Pikes,
this shit, man.
Congratulations. It seems you are done with probation.
Appreciate it, man. Just been a long time, so you know.
We're very, very proud of you. You completed 6 long years.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like you have all clean urine samples.
Yeah.
No dirty drops of marijuana or alcohol. That's good.
No marijuana. Long time, so you know.
How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel?
Mouse, face forward for life. Yeah, and it sound like this. Don't confuse my arrogance with my confidence. Nothing gonna stop me while I'm up in this bitch. And while I'm up in this bitch, you never take me alive. I'm getting high with my real niggas. And we don't fuck bitch niggas. Get rich, nigga. Cheer, standing on my own, walking through the fire. And nothing's gonna stop me till my life inspired. My life expectancy never see 21 or higher. But I'm a motherfucking rider, suicider, thoughts going in the ride. I'm bumping big while I'm pumping on live. Been in corners, hope I never collide. With the police show me ID, then they throw me in the back of the ride. But I'm the fraud from Chitar, but my delivery's awesome. Jimmy Johnson, you dealing with Dallas and NASCAR. So Jimmy Johnson is a motherfucking food for thought. Man, you ain't fucking with him, you ain't fucking with Mouse. I never panic, still standing on my own 10 through it all. And that's all, and you was never my brother, my God flow. Speak apostle when you sounded like Tevin, better luck tomorrow, dog. See, the problem is, you know, I can't hold your hand in this. Ain't nothing gonna stop the money, you know what I mean? Yeah, and it sound like this. Don't confuse my arrogance with my confidence. Nothing gon' stop me while I'm up in this bitch. Face for life, And while I'm up in this bitch, you never take me alive. I'm getting high with my real niggas. And we don't fuck bitch niggas. Get rich, nigga. Cheer, cheer. It's like a full-time job just to stay alive. A full-time job to have a grind. You niggas is full of shit, I drop dimes. While Strickland, authentic rhyme. I built for Cuban business, not for bitches bitching on the side. Line. You know I take care of mine. Make sure your house is clean before you step outside. Yo, she claims she a rider, but she ride dick for 5 minutes, then I split. I don't love her, but the winds of wind get mine. Never was I, oh, can I live? If so, feed my niggas, raise my god kids. The laws, man, they been on my dick for 6 years for probation hearings. But nothing's gonna stop me like the town and move around and now my pocket's stocky. Even worse, friends end when they develop dry stitching on the road to greatness. I'm a phenom like LeBron or Allen Iverson. I idle none, my job is done. Cheer, face forward for life. Make your best move in your next move, you heard? Cheer, and it sound like this. Don't confuse my arrogance with my confidence. Nothing gon' stop me while I'm up in this bitch. Face forward for life, And while I'm up in this bitch, you never take me alive. I'm getting high with my real niggas. And we don't fuck bitch niggas. Get rich, nigga. Cheer, and there you have it. Mouse. What's up, Justin J? Right on for that assist, man. I love this shit. Shouts to everybody in the Midwest. Shot-town, definitely Nap-town, Ohio, Kentucky. All my peoples in St. Louis. Nothing's gonna stop me. Face forward in the house. What up, Jay Scott? Much love to all my players. And all my fly misses out there. Stay on your grind, you heard? And nothing's gonna stop me. Air Max and sweatsuit.
Suzanne bringing the next